his style getting to thrive on the set list. Yes! Unassisted with a speed change. Woo! Yeah, she said, let's tussle. Turn it up! He said turn it up! Hi everybody, it's Jess, your go-to YouTube dance commentator, and we are trucking along on line up 11. This is the hip-hop side. We've already looked at the whacking side, died a little bit. We're here looking at hip-hop. So many of you guys said, Jess, hip-hop is so freaking stout this year. Looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll see some familiar faces, get to vibe out, look at the round. Second, we're going to look at the second requalifying round all the way through to finals. Really enjoy it. Oh, can't wait to dive in. If you are an individual who wants to see me look at these in real time, Patreon's going to be the place to get access to everything as I record it and not have to wait for it to go live on YouTube. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, we're starting with, who's my first guy? AJ from Taiwan. I don't even know who our judges are. I should have checked that. I'll check it in the round of 16s when we look at that. I heard there was going to be more of a trendy sound. I'm assuming more light feet nuance in our sound. Okay. Groundwork. What's important with hip-hop is the groove, rock and bounce. Hey. Wow. That was cool. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now who's next? YOLO from Korea. Yes. Nice. Is that? No, yeah, that's Satsuki. He spoiled the fact that he was there for open. I didn't know that he was here for popping. Next, Wise from Korea. Dude, I think I see Seiya from Value Wins. And I recognize another guy too. Possibly. We'll see. We're going to check the name when you encounter it. Wow. Yeah. Cool. Yes. I'm assuming Ochan's on the DJing. That double was cool. Who's next? That was cool. That was cool. Che Sung Lee. Okay. Alright, the redirections are cool. Come on, yeah? Hey! That was sick. Yeah. Lean back. Lean back. Who's next? Ola from Korea. We got a heavy Korean representation, which checks out because it's lineup, right? Woo! That was cool. I like the usage of our extensions. That was nice. The ISO choices and transition, I think, are fun. We are using a little bit of our waving to supplement. Waving would go more under the boogalooing side. Is that boo-boo? think that's Boo Boo, so that's one judge. I remember seeing a thumbnail for a video involving Ultron and Rhythm Gate through Waxy's channel. I'm going to assume Rhythm Gate's a judge because it said DJ judge. So if Ultron's a DJ, that would make sense there. Who's this? Solso from Korea. Hey. Wow. That's a filthy bag. That's cool. Redirections. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. That's cool. Yeah. Oh. Tricky, tricky. That was fun. That was fun. Next. Rexcom. Hey. Hey. That's cool. That's a rigid bag. Rigid. Full. Redirections. Multiplanar. Hip hop is polyrhythmic in sound and in movement. That's the beauty of exploration. So seeing that will really help in the battle skill set. Ooh, I like the pulls. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That was fun. A little toss at the end. Next we have Masa. I feel like we've always seen him with a ball cap. Is he from Valuance? With D-League, he's from Japan. Hey, Valuance didn't qualify for a championship. I'm gonna go out on a limb, that's who this is. He looks familiar, and I think I can clock him from that team. And is that Micah? Valuance said, we're just gonna show up today. Have fun. Whoa. Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Come on, Seiya. Woo! Oh my God. Oh, Seiya's a tough cookie. Didn't he? He cleared it on one of the lineups because I've reviewed all of them. So, yeah! Disgusting behavior. Wow! He's such a risk taker, but he's a really creative pull for redirections. God, it's so fun. Yeah. Yeah. Next is Flame. Flame like KD Flame. Kanakawa Dreams Flame? Really? Hold on, we'll see. Because Satsuki's there and they would be on the same team if this is the right Flame. He's the only Flame I know in Japan. He normally has a crop bag. Hey, that was cool. Oh my God, this is like a whole D-League affair. Wow. Wow. Ew. Filthy work. Okay, I'm guessing that's Flame from Kanakawa Dreams. Come on! It's Miyu, Indonesia! We know her! Hey. Hey! Subtleties are nice. Yeah. Filthy transfer. I know they have a kids and youth section. I know I'm assuming she was a part of that too. But I like that she's squaring up here, and it's not because she's young as to why she's there. She's got to hold it down like everybody else. Ah! Those were cool. That was cool. Remy! Remy! Remy for the 7 to Smoke from Radical Force Jam. I love this guy. Yeah. I would see him in Open before hip hop. Yay! Come on, Signature. But he integrates breaking, so okay. Yeah, absolutely. So fun seeing him here. Hey! Oh my God. This is a ridiculous prelims. He said, come on now. Wow. And to Koki. Come on, Koki. Everyone's feeding off of each other. This is insane work, guys. Hey, hey. Hey, okay. Doing some tone wops, some bad ones. It's a light feed track, so it's tempting. I mean, it'd be stranger to not. What's his name? Okay. What's that? Asato. Asato. Do I know Asato? I've known every Japanese person thus far, so... Hey. E. E. So far we have Valuance represented. I'm going to go ahead and assume we have Katakawa Dreams represented. We still got a couple more teams that could, you know, we could have representation like List X, DYM. I'm gonna check my references with my guy right here. That was flavorful. That was cool. Kidding. I can't even imagine who our battle guests are gonna be from this. Everybody here could be battle guests. Hey! Yes. Yep. Yes! Kid did really well at Red Bull Dance Your Style. But we had to see him in a bracket of his style getting to thrive on the set list. Yes! Unassisted with a speed change! Woo! I feel like Rhythm Gate would like Kiden because some of his choices and his freezes are things we've seen Rhythm Gate explore. I bet they've trained similarly. This guy feels familiar. Ming! I know Ming! We saw him in older lineups. I really liked him. Woo! That was sick. And the redirections. It was specifically the 2020, 2021, I think. Wow. Very fun. Oh yeah. All right, who's this? Kyle. Okay. who's next? Miyu from Japan. We may know this Miyu. There's so many Miyus in lots of places with different spellings. Nice. Dropping the lower level. That's nice. Hey, love the flow of that. That was cool. That was cool. I liked her flow a lot. Koki. Come on now. I would love. Hey, that was cool. Woo! I want to see a flame Koki battle. Absolutely, I do. Come on. Wow. Hey, that was a filthy hinge back he was doing. Wow, showcasing so much stability. God. Okay, Lee's from Korea. Okay. Looks like we're trying to bleed multiple thoughts together. I love the fit a lot. That was nice. That was nice. That was good. Yeah, it looks like we got Satsuki in this bracket prelims. That's interesting. All right, this Micah. We know Micah value ends, but also part of the duo with Kyoka. Rush ball. Value ends infinities. Yep. That double down. Like, that's making me double down that Moss is on value ends. Yeah! 3 value ends repping in a prelim bracket. It's insane work, guys. For a singular style. Yeah. Yes! Yep. Woo! That was filthy. Come on. Hyrika from Japan. Sitting at the crowd. Hey. Hey, she said on me. Yep. Woo, okay. VJ. Okay. Okay. Fun. Nice. Wow, Satsuki, man. supplements so much in popping. Like, I would be less surprised seeing him in the popping bracket. Like, it's really the fact he's in the second prelims for hip hop. It's because a lot of his choices are waving, animation, nuance, waves, which is not what is measured exclusively under the hip hop side, groove, rock, and bounce. Miyu, another Miyu from Japan. Like, trying to see if I recognize her. There was a Miyu from Septini Raptures a couple seasons ago. Is that the Miyu? That was gross. Oh! My God. Oh, yeah. Oh, sheesh, girl. Okay, it's looking like they got a tie happening here. No? 20, yeah. My God. You were going to see who's going to be in this tie. Soul Slow, Koki, and Kim Hui Jae. Oh, hold on. Let's go here. Okay, so we got 3. 4. We got 4 people. All right, so we're picking between them. Hey, okay. Nice. Oh. That was nice. Oh, nice. Yeah. Wow. Also, we don't know what they all did in their very first prelims to get selected to go to second prelims. This is 2.5. There we go. Hey. That was a vibe. That was a vibe. Everybody here, they're showcasing more, what's the word, more competitive rounds than what they did in that second prelims. Woo, okay. Hey. Nice. 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 Okay, okay. I really appreciate her flow and how she's choosing to explore. Out of the 4, she gives to me, like if I were to pick out of these 4, right? I don't know how many out of these that they needed to select. I really liked her approach because it didn't give the impression that I'm just giving you everything and then just to pick me. this is how I'm exploring and here's how I'm resonating on the track. And she was taking the energy from the crowd and from others to really settle herself into her choices. And I really, really admire that. So out of the 4, I would probably select Erica, right there. But we have so many people we need to talk about real quick. Okay. So just the sheer amount of, like, it's really cool that I've looked at every single lineup bracket, not including the choreography side, but the actual brackets themselves. So if you're like, Jess, where is that? It's on Patreon. You can go binge all of it. That was the first battle marathon I ever did, was lineup. So I've seen all from the very first one until now. And what's really, really cool is a lot of these people that we're seeing here, like my guy right there, and then we've seen him, and then Seiya demolished in lineup 8. Like, it's really cool to see people who've come back, people who we haven't seen in a while, people that we've seen in other spaces. Like, I just saw him, he was on my radar less than a year ago from Seven of Smoke, where he was against me. Like, he was insane work. Oh, made my thumbnail. Like, oh my God, love that. So it was really cool to see him here. And the amount of D-League density here is really cool. It makes me excited to get to Open, because I do believe Satsuki is in the second prelims in Open. I don't know what bracket he ends up in. I don't think Satsuki may pass here because of the over-supplementing that we saw into the other genres that we have brackets for. That's why I was caught so off guard. Not dogging the quality of his movement. No. I'm reading the room of what style this is. This is hip hop. It's not popping. It's not open, right? So there's some things to expect it there. Now, I need to figure out who our judges are. So I clocked 2. Let me see what my third one is. Stala Muerte, hopefully, maybe. Not sure. Based on, I was trying to go off of photos there. So I don't know too much about him. Maybe I do, and I'm just not clocking as much. But who are some of my favorites? I'm just going to kind of go in a complete random order. I loved my very last girl. Fantastic. Loved her. I would say Seiya was phenomenal. Salsa was pretty good too, and I think he pulled a better second round. The whole Masa Seiya pass off, that was fantastic. Flame held it well. He didn't drop it. He didn't go into a crumb bag like you would expect if this is the same Flame that I'm thinking of, yeah? Miu, she held her own. She did mighty fine. I would be surprised if she's not in the top 16 bracket for this, because she knows how to phrase, and she created moments, and that's really important. Remy, Lord, this boy. So fun to see, and he has really nice creative breaking context, so I'm very much looking forward to seeing him. I will be surprised if he's not in top 16. I would say, let me see who else. Asato was really fun. I liked Asato's approach. Kiden was a phenomenal round out of him from this. Ming held his own. It was interesting. I think we were teetering a line of over supplementing and other genres outside of hip hop, but I really liked Ming. Then we had another Miyu. See, what did I say? I told you there was multiple Miyus. I didn't even know there was 3 Miyus. 2 from Japan, 1 from Indonesia. So I thought that was fun. Koki was fun. Lise, she did pretty good. Micah had really nice moments too. I think that would be freaking sick if all 3 Valuants made it into the top 16 bracket. I mean, all of them held their own beautifully and showcased their own individuality. So I thought that was really fun. Herika, I think she had the best tiebreaker round for things that I mentioned. I thought she was also fun. Satsuki, I already kind of talked about with him. And then, of course, finishing up with Miu from Japan. I liked AJ. AJ, I think, isn't he the guy that had like a super slow startup from the last lineup in hip-hop where he was just really chill, right? And then he would pop off in very interesting ways. I think it is that he's one of the very few people that have given that kind of vibe, and there's not many people from Taiwan that I've seen. So those, I mean, I named so many people, but there's so many slots to fill in the round of 16. So those are going to be my preferences today. And remember, for me, I look at the rock, bounce, and groove, but I know some Europeans in their hip-hop space do not count groove, which is a complete side topic we're not going to get into. Keep in mind, so like you're going to have people on this panel that may not, they may have different priority lists than what I'm going to look at based on how I I've been exposed to in my conversations and my observations in looking at battle brackets. But remember, I'm just one perspective of many, and this is all in good fun because I have free will and I can stop and start and replay as much as I please. So we're going to get into the round of 16s. Starting strong, Miyu Japan versus Remy Toem. Ooh, okay. Wait, how many judges do we have? 3, 5? I really do think this is the same Miyu that used to be on Septiny Raptures. Love her flow. Nice. Really nice timings. I appreciate her groove. Oh! That toss is dope. Hey! That toss was cool. Ooh! Oh, nice. That was fun. That was fun. Strong. No Harlem. The road timings. Dribble base. We're eating it. Pulling it. Good tension. Using a lot of waving. Nice. Ooh. Athleticism. Stylized too. She's like, are you listening? This will be tricky because I don't know the preferences of our judges here, like I mentioned. Oh, the pulls are filthy. Back to the Harlem. Interesting. I like his character presentation. Oh. Interesting. So, okay, it's just a one-rounder. Top 16 normally is like that. Okay, so it looks like we have, we have 3 with lanyards, but it looks like we have, 5 judges. Anyway, I would probably lean more to Miyu here because we ended up having a Remy repeat, meaning through the Harlem, right? So we ended up we syncopated it, granted. I like the context of it. But the things for me, I would look for vocabulary. What kind of vocabulary you choose to do, specifically within the hip-hop context, that would, reference with some light feet, breaking, party, social dance scene, things of the like, right? Not exclusive to that, so you could supplement it other ways, but those would be kind of those areas people pull from. We had breaking pulled from Remy. I really like the groove presence that we saw from Miyu. We did end up repeating a couple times with Remy's choices. I loved the athleticism of the choice. Was that a big enough supplement? Maybe. Not sure. About to see. With Miyu, I appreciated her musicality. Musicality is a connection between the music and the movement. I know in the cases of the whacking side, musicality really matters, specifically with one of your judges, Wizard. He is a DJ and a producer, so he really cares about the emotional ties towards the music to movement. So that's going to be a bigger priority for him. Here, I don't know them well enough for that. I don't know if we're looking at the technique side, if we're looking at the essence, the groove, the social aspect side. Did you teleport me into that space? Or is it the creativity side? I would assume creativity is a big component. Out of both of them, neither of them brought something astronomically creative that is something that we've never seen before. That's okay. That's life. I would lean more to Miyu because of the musicality presentation of her vocabulary. And there wasn't a repeat of content that was easy to cite to where it can take away from this head-to-head that we're seeing, because this is a really strong bracket. So we're going to see who wins. But that's who I would pick and my reasons why.
이 두 명의 엘리트 댄서들 가운데 어떤 분이 다음 라운드로 올라갈지 알아보죠. Who's going through to the next round?
Who's going through?
3, 2, 1.
Hold on. We have 5 judges. Okay. 1 to Remy, 4 to Miyu. Okay. Remy, I adore. Like, if you want to see my first impression of Remy, go watch my Radical Force Jam, 7 to Smoke, with him in it from this past recent year. So that was adorable. Fun, cordial interaction. Really, really nice. Cool. Awesome. All right, moving on. We have Songhui versus Kay. Kay, I think, is a battle guest. Or I just completely forgot about him in the second prelims. Oh, nice. We have a scissors, redirections, nice flow to the freeze. Whoa! That hinge is nasty work. Now this is interesting. I would want a Cobra to this too because of the sound in the back. So I saw that entertain and what he was doing in his chest. Wow, he's got athleticism. He has some nice creative choices. Ooh. Yeah, tap it. He knows how to fix point it. Let's go. Redirections are nice. He's not over supplementing either. That's cool. All right. Songhui. Okay, how are we gonna build it? Hey. Okay, spinning it back. Nice. Tossing it through. Ah, hinges are nice. She's playing around with her music. We're multi-planar, polyrhythmic. That's great. Really helpful. She switches it, plays with her timings. And then we're bringing it back up. It's nice. Her phrases do have a bit of simplicity in terms of we're not phrase bleeding through. Like she completes and punctuates before the 8 count starts over. That's my point. Instead of bleeding over and risk taking through the sounds that are bleeding through these 8 counts. That was a good bleed. You see what I mean? I love that. Nice. Ball change with the hinge back's cool. But the accents of the chest was nice. Yeah. Okay, little loose leg. Building up the energy. That was fun with a little wave moment. I like that. That was a fun mimicking, mirroring kind of look. Not mimic, I don't like making fun, but like a mirroring. I'm invested with you. For me, I would lean more over to K. I'm assuming this is K. Maybe battle guest, I'm not sure. But Songhee, I liked her approach. When it comes to comparison, because you got to pick a side, my preference is going to be leaned more towards K because of the things that I have decided to go on in this position of having the free will of watching in the comfort of my home, but with these types of categories and maintaining them and justifying them in that way. So in the case here, K had creativity in the setup, so we phrase bled, meaning that we are not just sticking to our guns to these 8 counts and finishing on 7, 8 new phrase every time. That can limit our creativity and our complexity immensely that way. Musicality wise, I liked how we got in and out of our choices in transition, as well as the usage of our space. I loved the hinge, that whole hinge back sequence, disgusting. So we had athleticism and difficulty that I don't believe that Songhee was able to overcome in her respective side to respond, but this was a fun exchange, so I would be voting for K on my right side. I like K's pants too. It looks like they let him out. They look like an upcycled pair of jeans. It's cool. We got 5 judges on the hip hop side. That's wild work. That's dope.
Let's swing through to the next round.
Who's going through?
3, 2, 1.
Hold on. 3 over Decay, a tie, and then 1 over to Songhee. Okay, not a complete wash, so she can be encouraged by that, right? She was giving him a run for some of the money, which is really hard to do when you're against a battle guest like that. Okay, next we have Miyu versus Ming Fashao. Okay. Got some gliding. Hey. Oh! Wow! We're really focusing a lot in that lower body. Which, if it works, it works. Wow. He's syncopating out the mess with his legs. He's using a lot of the space, too. Hey. Hey, we are sending it back very similarly as like a reset almost, but it could just be how we chose to present it. What's Miyu gonna do? Let's see. Nice. Nice, very readable. When it comes to variety, Miyu showed it very well here. The pull at the chest is nice. Hey, she bled through it. Subtlety. Ah, matching ISO. That was cool. Instead of matching head, she matched chest. Wow, speed change, great dynamics. Mixing, so she's answering into that. Hey, with the walk, get out. Ugh. Nice. I think it's really interesting how she's choosing to approach, matching him on that. Wow. Huh. Wow. Interesting to this. Okay. I can see it lean. If I were to choose, I would probably lean more to Miyu than to Ming here in this isolated round. I've seen both, right? It's really cool to see the exploration of that. Is it because she's young? No. Measure everybody equally. That's the rule, and that's maintaining integrity and respect in the space. So look at somebody because of their gender, because of their age, things along the lines. She chose to be in this bracket. She's made it this far. Square up, right? And I think she absolutely did. She answered, and I think there was a lot of beauty in Miyu going second because she was able to answer to certain contexts that Ming was doing in fingerprint and reset pretty often. Now, heavy syncopated musicality in the lower body. Was that enough to supplement for the lack of upper body utilization in comparison? Because the comparison game here, it's not the same as like a choreography bracket for IDL, right? Or with D-League. I mean, D-League it technically is, but it's a side topic. My point being is that who squared up on musicality? Both of them had really nice moments. Just because the crowd responded more to Ming compared to Miyu in certain aspects doesn't necessarily mean that he had every single judge in that area, you know, and that's fine. I think both had really competitive musicality moments. I would say Miyu expanded more on vocabulary. I would say the usage of space. Ming absolutely really carried with that. Both were competitive in their own right. So I can see this be pretty close to a degree. I would personally lean to Miyu if I had any voting power. Great exchange. All right, let's see. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Here we go. All right, 5 judges. Three, 2, 1. Okay, and I think both did really well. I think it was really it really worked in Miyu's favor that she went second for that particular match. Okay, Erica made it. Look at that, Erica versus K1. Wow. Okay. Oh, that's just cool. From the Missy track. Okay. Oh, this is fun. The flow is really interesting. A hops are fun out of that. Yes. And taps are cool. Wow. Lots of patience. We got a lot of fixed points happening with our head in these rotations with multiple people. I don't hate it. It's cool. Hey, you okay? Oh, we having a moment? Hey. Tossing it back. It's a nice little flavor. Are we waiting for the timer to go out? Kind of gives that impression a little bit. He lifts that leg up. It's the second time he did it, though. Clocking it twice. All right, Erica. I was just trying to catch the sound with the chest. Traveled it up the body. Ooh. Redirections are cool. Not quite as clean on that, but that was fun. Oh, she ended up using that. We saw her do that in the second prelims, right? Toss was nice. Oh, that twist was sick. That ISO is smart. This will be a tricky one. She's catering a lot towards the judges and not a lot to him. Some judges preference, like they have sincere preferences with that. All right, let's make this fixed point work. Oh, this is tricky. I like her variety, but I would say the overall and general flow worked really well for K1. This will be tough. She also directed a lot of her attention to the judges, which really helps in the judges seeing her. But sometimes judges prefer for you to actually look at your opponent. So he really focused on her. She focused on the judges. Like genuinely, that is a thing, and it just depends on the individual. I would say catering to your audience, your judges, and your opponent is the safest method. In all honesty, this is your style. The audience doesn't really have that kind of sway, but this is an interesting one. Who would I pick? It's okay. It's okay if I'm right or wrong or whatever, because my vote don't matter. Herika repeated a choice like this right here from a prelim. K1 repeated a choice with a leg extension twice in the same round. So if we're going off of which one's worse, I would say repeating the same thing it's not even bad. It's just like, nah, not preference. It's similar to the Harlem Shake repeat that we already touched on in an earlier round. Tricky. Risk taking. I think K1 had more successful fixed points, but also it's not exclusive to that. So I may lean to Herika here, but I'm very open to this out of either. Like either could take it in. I can see it really, honestly, sway in one way or another. Oh, it's tied. Okay, well that makes me feel better. Wow. One side, don't, and then, wow. 5 judges and we tied it. Whoa. Insane work. That was fun. Okay, here we go. Off on the races again. I wonder if they're going to do 2 rounds starting at round of 8s like they did with whacking. Ooh, that flick was nice. Ooh. The lean hinges. Come on. Fun exploration. Fun flow. Okay, it's smart he got out of it. That's nice. Oh, he's feeling it. He's feeling it. Yes. I'm a fan of those redirections. He said, look at me. I don't mind that because she wasn't looking at him barely that whole time. Yeah, do you see what I mean? Really, really good rotating fixed points with the head. Yeah, that's slinky. That was cool. That was cool. Okay, what are we going to be doing here, okay? She's also looking down a little bit too. You notice that? She's catering once again to the judges. That was nice. Hey, the rotation's cool. Wow, okay, nice. If you're talking about refinement of flow, it's K1. She brought more variety here, though, which is good. So this comes down to preference on what matters more. This is hard. That was fun, that was fun. I may lean K1 for the tie because of the flow and integration of tone that was settled in the respective track and the exploration of it. Those rotating fix hinges were mad cool. Whew, okay. But once again, I don't see it as like the clearest win on either side.
Judges choosing only one side. 3,
no tie.
2, 1.
Cool. Look at that. And even though it was like a full sweep on the tiebreaker side, it doesn't inherently mean that she was just that much worse. You know what I mean? So always remember that just because somebody gets a clean sweep over on one side doesn't mean that it was the easiest decision to make on that person for that side. Anyway, that was still a really fun exchange, though. Really caught me off guard. Kirin versus Seiya! Oh, this is going to be a madhouse one. Oh, God. Hey. Okay. Polyrhythmic. I'm surprised we're seeing them meet so early. Just like I did with Yoonji and Marid. Oh, God. Yo, the clap on that. Reversal. Okay. Yeah, the knock. Okay. I know Rhythm Gate loves this because Rhythm Gate dances like this. Yeah, the knock's cool. Rotation's cool. Gosh, that bass is basing. Speed change. Yeah. To the floor. No score. All right. Gotta let Seiya go. Was he listening? Hey. Redirections. Yay. Nice. Wow. Redirections are cool. Travel on the floor unassisted. Smart. Yeah. Little pulse on that. Woo! That was disgusting. The commitment to that and the stability of being able to do that controlled is always impressive, making it look like I just fell out of it. That's gross work. We are using a lot of waving, boogalooing choices. Yeah. Ah! Oh, he's matching in certain descriptors of Kirin. He matched it. Wowzers! Do they tie that? Yeah. Yeah, they do. That's a freaking tie for sure. Would I have voted tie for that? No. I always try to make a decision. But it ending up in a tie, I'm glad so we can have a second round because it's always fun to watch. It's also too, a lot of times whenever you see brackets only have one round, I personally wish that there's always 2 rounds, so it really makes it to where we can see the true perspective of a mover with 2 songs, 2 different vibes of song, because I think that's a really nice way to truly understand the matchup, if that makes sense. Like, I think that's always a really fun component, but not everybody's like that. That's fine. So the context here. just off of this match, I would personally vote more to Seiya because Seiya went second. I thought that was very smart. Matched a couple freeze elements that Kirin did, but also there was this component of creative rebounding and bounce off. In the full send of that, I just fell out of my, my freeze element and then just continued on in the transition. The thoroughness of practice to be able to do that is incredible. But Kirin absolutely did super well. I'm going to guess that, I think that's Rhythm Gate, right? Rhythm Gate's going to pull Kirin. That's my real guess here. Okay, let's see. I know it's a tie, obviously, right?
3, 1, 2, 3.
Wow! I'm honestly more surprised that Rhythm Gate voted Seiya over Kirin. I didn't know people as much as I thought. I need to not do that, Jess. Yeah, so tie, lean, 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 lean. Woo! Another tie. Crazy work. It also gives the impression that some of our movers who move similarly to the individuals that we're watching voted for the opposite person. Because Boo Boo voted more so for Kirin. But Rhythm Gate, who I see more qualities of Kirin in Rhythm Gate's movement overlapping, he voted Seiya. So that's an interesting thing that I'm observing here from our judging panel. Okay, here we go. Whoa! Okay. So we can't really measure this the way that we could. Oh, I guess we produced it enough to really help match this. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh! Oh, I really, really wish. Really wish we had the original to know what we're vibing with. That drop down was filthy work. Ooh.
Everything I've been in it. You said the truth.
Okay. So of course, how would I know, right? Like, because, I mean, because we don't have the original music to the degree in which it is, it sounds like they got pretty close. I could see a lot of Kirin's choices super relatable to the sound that we have, but once again, don't know how close it is. So we're just going to go off of just overall vocabulary explored. Seiya's took a very similar tone approach from the first round to this one. Kirin approached it a different way, used subtleties and different dynamics to posture shift, and wasn't as reliant upon the floor work like he was in the first part before the tiebreaker. So I would probably vote based on what I see here to Kirin. Could swing either, I'm sure, because of circumstances outside of our control. So let's find out. Okay, who won? Oh, the song sounds similar. Okay. Variety of vocabulary. Cool. And also, I really liked this match, quite simply because of the observations I've been able to see from the individuals who we have on panel that I recognize and how they would vote based on people who are similar, not super similar in nature, but like some of the timbres and preferences of movement and ISOs and on the types of track that we have, how we want to explore it. There's similarities there. it's so interesting how we see people vote. They're not voting in the direction that I was thinking they would, which makes it really fun for me. I think this is great. Okay, moving on. Asato versus Doya. Okay. Okay, I think this is Doya, battle guest. Oh. Woo. Building it up, hey. Oh God, he's so animated, not in animation context, but how we're exploring our choices are so fun. Also, Doya's got the advantage over Asato because this is our first time seeing Doya in the bracket. No prelims, nothing. Come on. Hey. I beg your pardon? That was filthy. The subtlety on that. The risk that we may not have been able to see it. Ew! Yes, that was a good phrase, Blake. Come on. Do a little shamrock. Woo! Say, come on. Okay, so we're starting off where you passed it off on the shamrock. What are we doing? Hey. Hey. Basically, earth versus water. Not fire and water, earth and water. Because it's accented, but there's a flow through it. It's like this tension legato that he's choosing to do. Ooh, okay. We're really relying upon that triple bass. Yeah, the wave, the travel, that's really nice. Ooh, okay. So for this one, I'm mainly to Doya for a couple of reasons. Firstly, this is the first time we're seeing Doya in the bracket. Does that matter? I would say yes. Creative stamina is a huge component here. Even if our judges saw both of them in different circuits for years and years, they get a fresh set. Asato was coming off of a first prelims and a second prelims with one of the judges, at least. Then the entire set of the judges, we have that second prelim. So this is the second time that all judges are seeing Asato in the bracket, even though it's a different day. Still, creative stamina is a big component, just like we touched on whenever you see people repeat movements that we saw them do in the prelims, that's showcasing a symptom of lack of creative stamina to exist with multiple rounds, which can work against you in the long run, because creativity is a big component that gets measured in battles, because it's individuality. You don't want to copy other people. You want to showcase who you are, but also be competitive in the respective traditions and cultural environment that the style originates from, right? So I would say in the case with Doya, we don't have that. It's the very first time we're seeing him. So we don't have some of the vocabulary that Doya has already be extended or already be stretched. This is our first go around, right? Second thing would be the actual track itself. What kind of tone does it resonate with? Ever since we listened to Wizard talk about just the overall thought process and how he listens to music and how he measures musicality in the battle side, it's been really helpful for me in having more comfort and confidence in my decisions, because I'm a big music head in terms of the music really matters in how you choose to move throughout it. It's so important, I personally think. So in the context here, Asato was like water, existing and flowing through the track, accenting and rebounding off of it, but not absorbing, right? Like the track was just kind of there, but it was flooded up with his flow. Doya was taking it and actually like taking and rearranging and recognizing and being more of a directory for us in understanding the sound. Huge risk in the subtlety of that for us to hear that type of bass. That's like buried in the track. Risky, but if we can hear it, that's a musicality paid off, complex, creative thing. So that's why for me, I'm going to lean to Doya in this context for those two reasons. This bracket is so fun. I am here for this. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Lord, guys, a round of 16. Like, can I just say the lineup? This is the second bracket that I've seen with lineup 11. Not a miss in a single regard in terms of the actual quality of the performances that we've seen from so many people. These are so engaging, and I absolutely adore this circuit. And I love who they bring because it's such like it's a collaboration of so many different things that I look at on the Patreon side specifically, because a lot of it can't get released on YouTube. So it's a really fun like family reunion of thoughts in my head, which I love. Next matchup looks like Micah versus Luis. Okay. Leanbacks are cool here. Redirections. Nice. Hey, hey. Okay. I admire the choices of repeats, right? Especially if you're going to elevate them or contextualize them into something else. Okay. Good patience for that. Hey. This is an interesting track. There's a lot of interesting digs in it. Looks like we're choosing to be a little bit linear in our space, like our usage of space. Which I thought was interesting. Oh. Oh! Ooh! Ooh! Wow, Micah. Hop around in transition. With a little bit of butterfly. The lane is nice. We're changing with our timings. We're exploring. Ooh! 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 Facing our opponent, but not saying exclusive to our opponent. Fun ISOs to interrupt the flow. A lot of mode changes, meaning how we're shifting our techniques, how our vocabulary is existing in our phrases. It's cool. Hey! Really nice music integration. Wow. She's keeping this pocket of posture, but how she explored it was really interesting. I can see this lean to a Michael win because of variety of mode changes, right? A variety of vocabulary, the risk taking in our balances, and the different timing manipulations and syncopations. So I also like the different directions we were exploring our choices as well. So my vote would go to Micah for this. Let's see.
2, 1.
Cool. But outfit eats nonetheless. Okay, last one is Flame versus Nima. Okay, Flame's going first. He's like, come on, let's go. Yeah, safely assuming this is Katakawa Flame. Yo, redirections. Oh, I was waiting for the jabs to come out. Hey, the taps were cool. Yeah. He has to be careful to not over-supplement Crump, because Crump's not hip-hop. That would work in open, but in the hip-hop bracket. Groove rock bounce, social space, breaking, social dance, light beat. So that's a really tricky thing happening. Hey, that was good. Good redirections. The bob on that was subtle, messing with our speed changes. We got the grill. I'm telling you, silver's gone up nowadays. That's expensive. Patience on that was cool. The hinge was nice. Eating it, smoking it. What we doing? All right, Nima's entered the chat. Oh my God, that was filthy. The material work on that rotation was nice. Really cool with the pull down. He did touch the ground, so it didn't make it as difficult because of the ground athletic decision here. A lot of redirections with these wrist rotations. Looks like we're we were supplementing a bit in rotating traces. Woo! Okay, it's going light feet. Oh, okay, more of a rigid posture in that monastery with the grab back, rotating it through. Wow, this will be interesting. Vibrating it, that was cool. Hey. Yeah, he clocked that. Hey, wow, he clocked him twice. The two things there, wiping it, sweeping it up. Ooh, this is tricky. There is a very, 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 very high chance. Not high chance, sorry. That sounded aggressive. Flame was doing great until we got in our crump bag. I think that is what could possibly cost him this. Because remember what I said, we have an open category for a reason. This is also why, because this is the last one, the round of 16. This is why I'm not surprised in not seeing Satsuki in the top 16 here. He did not bring in that second prelims things that brought him a competitive edge in the hip-hop side. This is hip-hop, a hip-hop bracket. Crump works not in a hip-hop bracket as much as a great supplement, but if you do too much, you run into the issue of over-supplementing, which he's not the only one that I've seen do that, right? Maybe with Crump in this bracket, but my point being, I could see it lean to Nima. I think both brought really fun choices, but Nima was running into the potential of overusing this particular dynamic. It's not a twirl that you would see in like Campbell locking per se, but he was a rotating trace through his choices, which you would see more in waving or popping or the boogaloo side, which once again is not inherently hip hop, right? There are different cultures, different traditions, different parts of the country, right? Explored, different sound contexts. So that point being, this is an interesting one. Oh, they tied it. So, okay, that makes my decision easy because both of them over-supplemented. Right? Okay. Hit. Tie. We tie it. I've not seen so many ties exist in a top 16 before until now. So I thought that was interesting. Okay. Very intrigued. So Flame's still in it. Okay. Nima's still in it. Let's see what's going down here. Okay. How fascinating. Ooh, it's a tricky song. So they got to bring a completely different bag of movement. Hey. Nice. Woo! The reversal was nice. I think it's a more competitive set coming from Flame here. Woo! Hey. He's hurting some nice choices. That little... Did a lot of redirections. All right, Nima, what are we doing? Okay. What's our variety gonna be? It feels a bit safe in terms of our pockets explored. We're hitting the same pocket of timing. That was nice. That was good. Very athletic. He's counting it though. That was interesting. Sometimes we come across like a bluff. Sometimes it say, hey, you're repeating your choices. That was fun. The posture on that's fun, and then we Harlem'd it. Accenting through a lot of the V steps. Notice he does that a lot. The crisscross. I'm going to a bad one. That was fun. To the ground, slap down is fun. I like his posture. Shifts are nice. Hey, okay. This one I feel a little bit better about. Okay, so Flame, notice, Flame did not pressure and like they did not succumb to the crump that is within, right? The song that they had in the very first round was a tempting track, right? So that's it doesn't surprise me that he went there. But I'm really glad that he took it back. I mean, this track would have been really tricky to try to integrate that anyway. I think he provided enough variety here, variance of timing, more the vocabulary and how he chose to set it up to where he could possibly get an edge here. I would personally vote Flame for this tiebreaker. I could have seen myself voting more on the Nima side prior to tiebreaker. So let's see. Because we did a lot of repeats of pockets. I think we settled into it a little too late on Nima's side for this tiebreaker. Let's see though. Let's choose only one side. No time, no times.
2, 1.
Ooh! 4 to Nima, 1 to Flame. Wow. Hey, I don't feel that bad considering I was only wrong. Like I wasn't with the masses for what is it? For the first, yeah, this is the only one that I wasn't with the masses on out of all of them. So I will take those odds. This was a really, really, really fun round of 16. And I'm observing different things within it. And remember, keep in mind, I'm one perspective of many. And there may be times where there's a huge disagreement with my justification. Remember, I'm going off of my categories that I have chosen to go off of whenever I look at a freestyle formatted battle combative situation. Where how can I make a decision with the confidence to justify it? This is my way to do it. So, off to the round of 8s. Boom, round of 8s. And I don't have the, semis and finals pulled up yet, so I don't know who's going to end up on those yet. I'm really happy that I did that. So, we're going to start with Miyu versus Kay. Okay. Oh, okay. Directions are nice. The drop down's really cool on those. Crisscross. Nice. I like the interruption on that. To the floor we go. Ooh. Yep. Ooh! The accents are nice. Chess was fun there. Yeah, Slinky! That was cool. All right, Kay, what's your response? Oh, we got redirections with a focus. That's cool. That showcased some ISOs. The bounce groove is there. Yeah. Ew. That was Slinky. Redirections with the knocks. Ah, nice. The exploration. That was sick. He redirected the pistol. Woo! Oh yeah. Versatile. So they both chose to explore their bags of movement in interesting ways. Music change. Thank you. That's going to make the decision a lot easier when you get 2 rounds. I'm so glad they added a second round for the round of 8s. Hey, hey. Yeah. That's so powerful. Hey. Nice. The patience on that with the slide was nice. Hey. I like that little boxing tussle moment there. She said. That was nice. She's got a little grimy bag, doesn't she? Yep. Hey. Tosses are nice. She is resetting a bit through body rolls in the torso and the legs. He's light feeting it. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Wow. Yeah. He said boing. Oh. So we got redirections with assists with the arms. He needs to focus on moving outside of the comfort zone of where he's been at. This is a tricky one. Hey. Ooh, he went. Vroom. Nah, okay, okay. Okay. That was a good way. If you're going to punctuate, if you're going to build a phrase like that, punctuating with that is so needed. Okay, I can see Cake take it. Miyu was in a legato bag across both of them. He was able to catch certain components of the track that I would think make his choices phrase well and attach to the track more competitively from a music standpoint. So I would vote K, but isn't it so nice to see Miyu? It's been a minute since I've seen her. What are we gonna do? Okay. 3 to K, 1 to Miyu, and a tie. Cool. And that one could have been just as easy as a tie as some of the other ones. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay. Now we got Miyu from Indonesia versus K1 of Korea. 2-rounder. Here we go. Wow. Yep. Balances are nice. The regression of the hands on that was cool with the assist of the legs. She's doing good, focusing some of her choices. Good patience to the judges, but also to her opponent. I appreciate that competitive quality. Whoa! Snap, crackle, pop, Miss Ma'am! She said, we booking on the accent. She's a definition of a mode change. I love it. It's so helpful. I'm showcasing versatility in your round. Quick, nice. Hello. Okay, what are we doing? Interesting flow choice. Ah, I'm catching what you're putting down. And he continued to melt through it. That was nice. Be very playful. Oh, great tension here with the speed change. Hey. She said, listen, brother. Right now I would say the first one, he has a very creative presence. He supplemented a lot with with waves and a legato posture. Yeah. Yeah, she said, let's tussle. Yeah. Yeah. She knows how to punctuate on the track. What a personality! Wow, and she's continuing to mode change. Pistol squatting it versus hinging it back. Super smart. Not repeating. Wow, she's a problem. Yes. Completely different posture. He's got to own it. It has to be so different than what he was doing in that first one. Yeah. His flow. Okay, the grab is fun. He's doing it. It's the third time. Okay. He ended up doing that leg, I believe, against, what's her name? From his former round, from the round of 16. Herica? Yeah, okay. Yeah, leg extension's fun. She is not buying it. Ooh. Yeah, his flow. He does redirections with a legato posture, meaning smooth, control, tension. I like the deviation. It's fun. It's interesting. She out mode changed him. That's exactly what that looks like to me. I would lean to Miyu for this one because of the mode changes. Mode changes meaning the techniques and vocabulary and how she chose to integrate them in the tone of the track was so smart. She messed with that music so competitively. She knows how to do a battle skill set. Goodness. Wow, wow, wow. I'll be shocked if it's not Miyu for this one. Woo, 2 ties and a 3 over to Miyu. Woo! K1's flow was really, really nice. He was walking a line. I'm being too legato, though. Like, whenever I'm talking about, you know, like, I only really mention walking fine lines whenever we're very specific on a bracket style. The style is hip-hop, right? It'd be the same thing as doing whacking in a Campbell locking match, like a Campbell locking bracket. Like, yes, you can share certain postures and nuance, but you don't want to over supplement, right? But also, same thing as you don't want to integrate too much vogue in a whacking match. They're sister styles, but they are 2 different styles, right? So that's kind of where I'm playing at here is, yes, you can have a nice legato, wave, popping, boogalooing technique bag, but if you're not making hip hop that primary focus, you're going to over supplement. And we've seen a couple examples of that in other spaces, but yeah, Miyu pulling the win on that. That was one of the most solid Miyu wins I personally would have given. Like, I've seen to where it was clear for me that's going to go to her because of the battle skill sets that we saw for what bracket it is. Mad stuff. If it was open, could be a different conversation, right? But also the song choices are going to be expanded 3-4-fold too. So that's something we have to remember. Okay, so we have the third match is Kirin versus Doya. Ooh, 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 okay. Oh, we didn't know that we would be against each other. Let's go. How's it going to go? Huh? Oh, that's a fun setup. Hey, who's that? Yeah. Patty cake with yourself. I love how he sets his choices up. It's so captivating. Yay. Oh, he said knock it. Let's go. What we doing? The knocking in the back was fun. Oh, yeah. Do you see how he created smoothness on that, but he didn't stay there the whole time? He went back, switched modes, switched timings, switched directions. Thank you, thank you. Let's go. That was cool. That was dope. Okay, Keaton, what we doing? Hey. Hey, that was cool. Okay. Oh. ISOs are cool with the hinge back. Walking it forward. Good thing we have 2 rounds. He's being very internal with a lot of his choices, which I don't mind. It's a different approach from what Keaton's done, which makes him creatively more competitive there on the stamina side for that. Oh, yeah. Okay, music change, eh? God, Olchan, I hope's on this DJ because he is slapping it. Killer after killer track. That was playful. Hey, that was rigid. That was cool. Great redirections. We may be running into similar context. That was filthy. Filthy! Yes, he needed that. There you go. There you go. I was saying, though, some of his context of his redirections we saw from that round of 16, but he needed to do something like what he just did to bring that back. Okay, what's Keaton gonna do? Tough work. Tosses are nice. Hey, okay. Wow, speed, dynamics, playing around with levels. Okay, sends it, boom, sends it through. Got it subtle, was it chest ISO? We rotate it up. Oh, ew, that was slinky as I'll get out. He's directing a lot of it. Woo! Directing most of that to Doya. He waved that. Yep. They both nailed the section they needed to nail to match. He's looking freaking inflatable. That's disgusting. Wow. If we're going off of this, golly. Did we already count it? We already counted it, yeah? Okay, yeah. And the DJ winds it up. That was a dope exchange. Okay, interesting thing about this. Who would I vote for? Let me marinate on this chat. Both. I can see it swing either way. This is a really, really nice one. Because with Doya tone set effectively did a fantastic job of that. Some of our choices did bleed over from that round of 16 more. It was more noticeable from Doya compared to Keaton. Keaton took a complete 180 direction shift in terms of like internalizing, which was risky business. It reminded me of so much from round of 16 and the whacking side. She really internalized, which did end up costing her the round because we didn't supplement that in other ways. But my point being, though, both Doya and Keaton killed that mess near the tail end of that second round, which made it more on the evil footing. If we're going off of who showcased more of a creative exploration in comparison to the former rounds within the bracket, Kiden did that. If it's going off of, I mean, golly, like presentation or performance tone setting, that's going to go to Doya. But is that our main indicator? No. Usage of the space, both did it very well. I can see it lean to Kiden because of complexity and the creativity of the bag, but also you run into that, my common theme I've mentioned is over supplementing. I don't know if we over supplemented in more the legato waving side. I am sensitive to that because I do wave. I am, I pursue waving as a style that I really appreciate and admire within the space communally. So I have a natural sensitivity of that in comparison to other realms of movement. Also keep in mind, these judges are exposed to a completely different, like each of them have different scopes of who they're exposed to in their day-to-day. People in France are going to be different than people in the US versus people in Korea versus people in Japan even, right? So I would say that based on your opinion, you know what? I'm not going to assume with judges because most of the time I'm wrong. So I'm going to say, who would I vote for? I would lean a smidgen, like this much more to Kiden because of the components that I said earlier. Both were really, really tight. I appreciated Kiden's risk taking and how he chose to explore the tracks because it was different than how the track normally gets formulated in movement. So let's see. And it wasn't it wasn't a miss either. That was, oof. Sheesh, okay. Here we go. Who's gonna take it? Yeah, well done on the DJing. Ready. Let's see who's gonna take it. They're gonna be up against, it's a Micah Nima matchup. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 over to Doya, 1 to Kiden. That was a really fun one. I really like that. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. Honestly, like very rarely does it bother me whenever somebody wins over another person, even if I'm wrong, because once again, my perspective's just 1 of 1,000. And I'm not of a practicing level where I have the type of empathy or awareness the way that those that are on the panel are, which I'm absolutely okay with. I think I'm doing pretty good on my stats, if you ask me. Okay, final of the quarterfinals. We have Micah and Nima. Starting with Micah. Ooh, okay. Hey, using that as a groove is filthy work. Nice. Ah, da-da-da-da. Yes! I'm hearing it. She's snagging it, but notice how she uses it as an advantage to a mode change, but not just relying upon that for existing and coasting through the sounds. Nice. Hey. Yep. Redirections. Hey. Yee, okay. She's going into a King Tut bag, too. Seen a lot of slinky work from her. Good mode change. Very, very fun. That was dope. Hey. It's a new school bag here we're in. Yeah, okay. Put on the simple side on that. We've used it a lot of times just on 2 moves. Did we build it enough? The whistle was cool. That was playful. Nice. The twist is nice. That was nice. Okay. Nice. Use another space. Oh, that was cool. This one's warming. That was nice. Hey. Yeah, more checks. Hey, rotate it. It's risky when you're choosing to repeat something multiple times like what we saw Nima do. We did have really nice moments after that to compliment. Eesh. Oh, okay. Hey. Oh, that BPM though. Oh. This is fast. There's a lot going on. Yep, the threads are nice. That was mad work. She's not repeating. Hey, okay, Lifey with the bad one. Hey, that was a nice way to do a lock and fake out. I like that she's not assisting herself on the ground because that helps in difficulty. Nice. Hey. Nice. This is fascinating. Wow. Nima, we're seeing Nima now. Oh my God. This is Nima's best round right now. Come on. We caught so much on that. That was disgusting work. That was, ooh, let me think about this. Okay, with this one, usage of space, Nima absolutely delivered on that second round. That was so needed, I would say, for Nima. We had really great moments on both sides. Mike got a really great lock-in fake out, which I absolutely admire. You saw Boo Boo's face when he saw that too. That was filthy work. The music integration, my preference. Remember, within the context of style that we're looking at within a respective bracket, how do we use our fundamentals or the key elements that are respecting the traditions of said style? That's the important part, right? How are we using those in vocabulary? How we variant it? How do we create creative moments within it? How is our music? For me, I really care about the music movement integration. I watch significantly more whacking than I do other genres on camera. I see a lot, right? But I'm saying in the preface here, there's a good chance that our judges see a lot of I am safely assuming they know so many more movers of the hip hop realm that I've been exposed to that we reviewed together. So my leaning would lean to Nima here. However, I appreciated Micah's perspective. Her redirections were phenomenal. I really liked her mode changes. I liked her timing changes and how she explored. Very rarely does she repeat, and I highly commend her for that. I would say in terms of matching our music, Nima succumbed himself into this second round track so effectively. It was so nice. It was a hit after hit after hit. And he didn't repeat as much in this one, too. So I think that helped him as well. So my vote would personally lean to Nima. But Micah, girl. That was filthy work. Okay, let's see. Lots of thinking to do. Whew.
대강전 마지막 결과 나왔을지 굉장히 궁금해집니다. 이례적으로 마지막까지 여러분들의 목소리를 빌려보도록 하겠습니다. 다 같이 카운트다운 3!
Oh, okay. 3 Nima, 1 Micah, tie. And you know what? If it went the other way, c'est la vie. These are freaking great exchanges, and I'm having the time of my life right now. On to the round of 4s. finals. Let's go. Okay, I'm seeing who is in finals. Let's see how they get there. We're starting up with the semis. K versus Miyu. Here we go. Ooh. Nice. This is a really nice choice and flow for a track like this because of what sounds were existing in the beginning of it. Hey. Making it rain. Hey! Rotating redirections are sick. I'm picking up on his fingerprints. It's really nice to see him. Playing off the whoa sound. That was cool. Hey, interrupting flow with the head fix going around. All right, how is Miyu gonna respond today? Nice. Nice. The accent was cool. That was cool. Okay. That was nice on how she chose to interpret that sound. She uses her hips and subtlety with the head to help create some patient breathers. I like her hands and how she chose to hit the sound again. She vibes well to that. She did very well with that. Hey, I'm okay. Ooh, it's a tricky sound. Nice. Oh my God, that was sick. Okay, helicopter cartwheel. Wow, he brought athleticism. He's saying, "Me, you match it. Let's go." Because it was phrased very well with the music. Nice. He does hinges, fixed points with the head pretty often. Almost in every set we see him do. The hinges are nice, and then we knock it. That was cool. There it is. Yep. Hey, that travel up was really smart. Yep. Oh, we were a little bit off on our music for that moment. Woo! There we go, girl. Yes. She's playing on him. Yeah. She took us on a whole journey on that. That was so nice. Okay. So that was great. I love that she ended up finishing that through. So Kay took the win for this match. He ends up in finals. Do I see why? Yeah, that second round, specifically the athletic requirement of it and the timing that he matched it. He didn't just pull it for the sake of pulling it. He pulled it, and the phrases of the transitions were really high level in the music integration too. Oof. But Miyu's second round was so nice. Subtle hiccup on the music part with some of the basses. 4-1. But that was still freaking incredible exchange. Wow, Kay absolutely stepped up when he needed to for that, or that was going to be a much closer matchup. But Miyu, my girl, the fact that she's in a semifinal with straight up adults in the space, come on. I absolutely admire and adore her progress as an individual, because it's one thing to like be a prodigy, like child growing, but like the fact is she's continuing to elevate and being held to the same standard alongside others who are also being elevated. So to me, I have nothing but respect for somebody who is subjecting himself to this process of, she could just live in the kids and youth, right? But she's choosing to put herself up against anybody, which is a really dope feat. But also I love that everybody is meeting her with the level of respect that needs to exist in the space, that we're going to go after it together. And I love that. I admire that so much. This was fantastic. Okay, the other semi is going to be Doya versus Nima. This is where we're going to start getting tested. Everybody's going to get tested in this area. Double round it. Hey! The dynamics are cool. The extensions are nice. Hey! Nice. Ah, that was cool. That was cool. Come on. That's cute. Ah. Ah. He had to make it work. I think he was expecting a crash or something in the music for that. Like that. Okay, what are we gonna do, Doya? Oh. Okay. Oh, the heel press down. It's a conversation. Oh. Turn it up. He said turn it up. Oh, yeah. What a fascinating way to approach this track. Dynamics galore. Our rooftop is nice. He said, you don't want this. Wow. He said, are you listening? Woo! Filthy work on that. Right. Nima. What we gonna do, Nima? Hey, that was nice. That was nice. Nice. Put it down. Multiplanar direction to the lower body is cool. Press ups. Redirects it. Sick. Materializing the sound. Ah, okay. Hey. No. This is a more competitive second round compared to the first one. Ah, I love that Doya said. All right, what's Doya gonna do? We got a tone shift, don't we? Woo! What a risk! We have a very slinky torso groove. Yes. Did he just NPC the paper swipe sound? Uses his head to hit all those. Yeah, he's never ignoring. I was expecting a Jono clap there. This is like so risky. Oh, Lord! Oh! He like it was the weight shift of an NPC like you would see in the animation style with a This is a very interesting example with Doya. You guys remember whenever, hopefully you've already seen the whacking side. Amazing. Suzanne. When we were seeing Suzanne, round of 8 to like the finals, a huge component that really caught me off guard was Suzanne's intimacy, maturity, and risk-taking in the simple. But simple doesn't mean easy. Not what I'm saying. The risk of not doing something complex because you can take full ownership of doing something simple can provide a really nice refreshing twist onto a track and a battle skill set to where it enhances when you do choose to go complex in timing. I would extend that same thing to Doya on both of the rounds that we saw here. Where like Nima, on the second round was more competitive in terms of the content density, right? And how we were phrasing and framing onto the track. Doya conversed. Right? The nuance and how we chose to exist within our choices with our music, that right there, I felt as an individual who really appreciates connection in music and movement, I felt the connection where you could not separate his choices to that track, right? That's musicality. That is high level musicality. Heavy risk to do a walkway, bringing it back, reset it, bring it back, going, bring it down, risk it. Oh my God. So Doya ends up taking it to finals, which is cool. I don't know who wins, which makes it really fun because, I mean, I know who's in finals now because I have them all pulled up. But my point, though, is I'm curious about how the judges will swing on it. That is filthy work from Doya. That is a risk, too. The confidence to be able to hold and create those subtleties and those risks like that. Wow. They're like, hey, love the camaraderie. Love the camaraderie. That was fun. Lord. Belgium. My God. That was disgusting. So good. Whoa. A 4 tie. Oof, 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 oof. Okay. Here we go. Finals. Kay versus Doya. We're gonna be so locked in here. 2 battle guests making it to the end. Look at that. They squared up appropriately. All right, so Kay's risk is going to be the usage of hinges and fixed points and rotations because that's been something he's exhausted in his previous rounds. Playing with timing, that's nice. Hey, multiplanar, polyrhythmic. Okay, he does a lot of these hinges, redirection, that's cool. Lean down torso was cool. Swipes, traces, taps, rebounds. He rotates it. Oh! This is sick. Oh. Oh, that's really fun heel twist. With the level utilization is so sick. Yeah. Hey, with the outlaw? Excuse me. Oh. He's having a conversation. Full lyrics. Hey, we're full there. Oh. That was more like an old school bag. Woo! With the toss. It's battle friends. It's kind of fun. Yes. Wow. That's dope. Variant. If you're going to repeat, punctuate it. And he absolutely did. Wow, wow, wow. Doya's pulling a Suzanne right now in my brain, and it is amazing to see. Come on. Last one. Come on, Kay. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Nice. The ISOs are cool. ISOs are cool. Okay. He's aiming a lot of it over to Doya, so he's not providing a lot of directional choices outside of content in the rotations like what we saw there. He's not catering it to judges or audience or anywhere. It's all direct hits to Doya. But Doya goes around and surrounds, and he hits everybody. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. Can I just say, watching Doya dance, very rarely do I have to like really, really check or feel like, yo, we're manipulating the video in a way to the degree of like, I know we're not. My point is how he carries himself, how he redirects, and the timing in which he does it. His ear, his musical ear to the tracks is so unhuman-like in terms of posture presentation, which is why he's able to do it so well, which is why it's such a fun component of this. Now, I find this interesting. Somebody won, of course, right? But who? I can see it lean Doya as the winner. If we're going off of both rounds, he had a more competitive first round to Kay. Kay had a really competitive second round. Wasn't enough from how, like, from the repeated perspectives or repeated context, repeated vocabulary integration, meaning how was Kay getting in and out of his choices? How similar were they to previous rounds? That's always the hardest part with finals. Sometimes the best rounds aren't even your finals, because finals is like, who can survive? There was not a lick from both of them. Neither of them looked fatigued. Super commendable thing for that. I'm going to lean Doya because of the movement choices that he chose to go with was very smart, because none of it felt like a repeat of a past perspective, even if we carried a similar posture. And that's really, really dope that I noticed here. So I would lean Doya in terms of creativity, specifically in tone setting, and his music ear was so fun, and I really appreciated his perspective on the tracks. That's Musicality 101, baby, right? So that's who I'm going to vote for. But both were so competitive. Guys, I see it. I get it. I see why this bracket was like the one outside of whacking that you guys wanted me to look at. Phenomenal here. Wow. But to be quite clear with you, Doya's best round that I believe he did was in that semis. The semi round was, oh my God, against Nima. That took me to a place and back, and I didn't even have time to get a souvenir, you know? Lordy, that was super fun, though. I bet they had a great time. They were in each other's corner. I absolutely love that. Well done. My goodness gracious, that was phenomenal. Thank you guys so much for watching. We still have quite a few brackets to look at. We got the Campbell locking bracket, the popping. We got the an open just off the top. There's probably more maybe, but I know those three still haven't been looked at. We're going to look at them. If you're like, Jess, I want to see more of your perspective on lineup. I've looked at every single bracket of every lineup. So if you're like, Jess, where is that? You can binge it on Patreon. And I have a tier specifically for battles. So if you don't want to look at pop, you don't want to look at K-pop, J-pop, whatever, you don't have to. You don't have to look at dramas. You don't have to look at survival shows. You can just look at the battles. I have a whole tier just for that. I'm Jess. I will catch you guys in the comments and on the flip side. Bye.